Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy, and today we're going to be taking a look at this all-new Reiff Knives F5 Gen 2 in CPM Magnacut. It's sliciness, but also would make that edge more vulnerable to issues like banging it into Antler. Well, you already got to see the knife. Let's check out the box. Reiff Knives typically just sends it out in a box. What I did notice on their boxes is it does not state what knife is in it, which is weird. I typically see that, but it is what it is. It is not a big deal. Comes with a sleeve over the blade. Cool. A couple stickers. I actually really like this sticker. I think that's going on my gun safe. And yeah, just a box. I'm not a big box guy. I keep it for the review, and it's gone shortly after. Now let's take a quick look at the knife again. We're going to do some hard use testing, or just some testing. I don't know how hard we're going to use it, but we're going to use it. With the differences between the F5 Gen 1 versus Gen 2. Now, I do not have a Gen 1 to show you, but I believe it was in CPM 3V. This one's in Magnacut. It comes in at 60 to 62 HRC. Kind of a big gap, in my opinion. I would hope to be probably around 61, you know, give plus or minus. Would be my guess. I know the Gen 1 did not have these this texturing on the scales. Now, visually, I could take it or leave it, but for grip, it does actually help with the grip quite a bit. I do have a Gen 1 F6 here, and you can tell, you know, they used to be pretty smooth, and now they have texture. And speaking of Reiff knives, I am a kind of a Reiff knife fanboy. That's kind of a hard one to say. Like I said, I got the F5. This is the F6 in 3V. I also have the Vicon. And then I have the Circadian. And then I have the F3. So I really do like Reiff knives. I'm basically a fanboy. And, you know, you might say, oh, you're a fanboy, Peterbilt Knife Guy, because they sent you knives. They only sent me 2. These 3 I purchased myself. I freaking love them. But let's get back to this knife. Another big upgrade was the sheath. Now they have a pancake style sheath, where they used to have a taco style, very similar to the F6 here, with a swivel loop. That is actually not what this, that's a Tops one. I think the one they had was plastic. I modified this, but similar thing. Now they got the taco sheath, and I like it better. Oh, sorry, the pancake sheath. I do like it better than the taco sheath. Just way more ability to put attachments on here, in my opinion. It does not come with the ulti clip. I put that on myself. The real attachment is right here. It is a really nicely done Kydex belt clip. It's adjustable up or down. I think you can even throw sideways if you wanted to. Maybe, I don't know. You could probably put that on there if you wanted to. Just a lot of options. And then it also has a tension adjustment here, which is really nice. So you can adjust your click in and your click out, which is awesome. I don't wear a belt, so I take these off. I slip this in my pocket with the ulti clip. All right, let's get to some dimensions and some specs here. I can't find my small tape measure that I usually use for this, so we use this big old guy here. Overall, and it says it on the website, I'm not going to regurgitate that stuff, but we're looking at 9 7/8 on my measurements. Your overall handle measurement is just a hair, like a 16th, maybe a 32nd under 5 inches. So just basically there. Your total blade length is just a hair under 5 inches. You have a 3/16 inch stock, and your inner grip where you hold it, anywhere from 4 to 4 1/4, depending. I have extra large hands, so this big grip, it does me justice. If you have smaller hands, you might not like the handle as much, but that I really can't speak on that, because I don't have small hands and I don't know how it feels. and it's pretty girthy too. That's what she said. Yeah, we're looking at just about 1 inch on the swell here, and it does have a really nice palm swell there, and yeah, just smoothed out, no rough edges, Very, very nice. The only complaint I have about this knife and one other knife is the lanyard hole on these guys. It's so broad on the end that running a lanyard through here is kind of wonky to me. I wish they would do something similar to this, and that this is also a Reiff knife. This is the F3, to where you could run a lanyard on there and it's not impeding any of your grip. If you were holding it back here, you don't have to feel, you know, whatever you're put through there thickening it up and just getting in the way. I do think even a hidden lanyard hold would be cool, but even something as simple as this would be my only complaint with this knife. Other than that, I have no complaints about this knife. I freaking love this knife. I love it so much. My last review, I actually did this, the Reiff Icon. When I seen this one drop, my mouth was watering. I knew I had to have it. I don't know which one I like better, to be honest with you. I can't choose. It's funny because this guy is kind of more bushcrafty, and this guy's kind of more, I don't know, I hate to say military, but military, I guess. But in my opinion, even with that swedge on here, it just almost looks like the F5 would just be more of a penetrator without, this one's just got a little bit more belly. You know, so it depends on what you use it for, whether it would benefit or hurt you. I don't know. I just like this knife, and I haven't been able to put the damn thing down. Rambling. The ergos on this guy are super comfortable for me. You know, your mileage may vary. I find that Reiff typically does their handles. I haven't felt a handle of theirs that felt uncomfortable. They're just smoothed out and done right. Nah, the texturing, like I said, I could take it or leave it. It doesn't hurt, and it probably definitely helps in wet conditions, especially with G10 handle scales. These do come with different colors. You can get a black blade. You can get, I think there's a couple different colors of blades. You can definitely different color scales for these. I know Lucas Carroll's Custom Scales, he's in the process of making aftermarket scales for these guys in G10 and micarta. I'm a G10 fan. It just doesn't stain. I tend to stain. I mean, my hands are freaking dirty right now from work. I tend to stain G10, or no, sorry, micarta, but not G10. So I typically go G10. It's a little bit heavier, but I don't really care. Now, I'm not going to talk about price here because everybody just get butt hurt. This is a knife that it's a buy once, cry once knife, in my opinion. A lot of people, I mean, Reiff, they sell their knives, so obviously I don't think they're asking too much for their products. I think their products are well worth it, in my opinion. I bought 3 of them. If this guy, the Vicon, if they didn't reach out to me, I was buying this one too. They're just fantastic knives. So yeah, don't yell at me in the comments. I don't set the prices. I think they're well worth it. Yeah, I'm rambling now. Let's go frickin' put this thing to use. So one thing I forgot to mention in my rambling is that this thing came with a stupid sharp edge. I have used it. I have carved Antler with it, and probably abused it a little bit, but it's just dirty, but it's just crazy frickin' sharp. Out of the box sharpness on this thing was definitely a 10 out of 10. So make fun of me if you want, but it's getting cold, and I have a wood stove, so I'm running out of freaking wood. I need to get some more, but I do have a cement stake, so let's try to do some feather sticks before I burn this thing too. I'm one of those weird people that is like the most comfortable at like 85, 90. I just do not do cold well. So if it's like freaking 60 degrees, I'm not happy. When I was younger, I used to want to retire in Alaska because I think it's beautiful up there, fishing and hunting and just everything else. But the older and more broken I get, the more I realize why people retire in like Florida. I have injuries that I completely forgot about until it gets cold, and then I absolutely remember them. Look at that thing. That is a nice little curl right there. This thing, it definitely feather sticks better than I can, because I can't feather stick for crap. Might as well start a little fire while we're here. Let's just get some little shavings of fat wood. Why not? Pretty sure there's better ways of scraping fat wood or carving it than this, but meh. It does have a 90-degree spine. It does throw a spark very well. And there you go. All right, it'll start a fire. It'll scrape a ferro rod. Let's do some cross batoning with this really tough cement stake. It's all I got, okay? Don't beat me up. But it still puts that pressure on that very fine edge they put on there. Look at that thing. It just looks good. One of the better production freaking out of the box sharpnesses I've ever seen. Not to mention the owner, Stu, is a super nice guy. Let's go this way now. So we have to smack the crap out of it. Booyah. Look at that edge. Fantastic. Some bicycle inner tubes. This stuff is not hard. it's not super hard on an edge, but what it does want to do is it wants to grip on the knife and not let you slide through it, but it just it's just making little calamaris out of it. No problem at all. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that Reiff Knives has a full lifetime warranty on this guy. No questions asked warranty, just similar but better to Essie's, because if you had this, let's say, in your pickup truck and your truck got stolen or whatever, and there's a police report, they will give you a new knife if you have an actual like report, and it's a transferable warranty. It's literally one of the best in the industry, and you got to consider that also when purchasing this. All right, now we're just gonna do something stupid. This is a block of aluminum, and I don't know what grade aluminum is, but let's just carve on it. You see those? You see those pieces? Sorry about dirty hands. Let's set that right there. Let's check this edge again. Watch, that is just dirty. Just my fingers. Just my fingers in a poorly positioned camera. There you go. This is 1.5 inch fire hose. It's just single wall. It's rubber coated. I don't know what it's made out of. It's not Kevlar like the real fire hoses. It's some other synthetic material, but it's still pretty damn tough. And oh yeah, just rips right through it. And I probably didn't even do that on camera. Just rips right through it. This thing, for being a like a medium-high saber grind, has really impressed me with how slicey this thing is. Really impressed me. And that edge is still crisp. Awesome. And you know what? I don't think I could bring myself to nail test this knife, at least not yet. But let's carve on some Antler. It's not a shed. I actually found this in a creek when I was gold mining before I used to do YouTube. Let's just carve on some antler. See what that does to this Magnacut. Now I don't know the angle of the V grind, but I'm imagining it's got to be a little bit less than 20. Which is probably where it gets its sliciness, but also would make that edge more vulnerable to issues like banging it into antler. If that's there, let's take something like this to clean that edge off, and see what happened. This is just Reiff has just done a good job with their heat treat. Now, is it probably worse for wear than it started? Absolutely. It's still shaving frickin' paper though. Okay, making me look like a jackass. Come on. There we go. Wow. Maybe I should get a new piece of paper. All right. Can't tell if that's is that a snag? Yeah, just, you know what? I don't even think it's a snag. I really think that's just a piece of something stuck on there. You can see the antler on that edge. Yeah, I should have washed my hands. That's antler. There's no glinting. Fantastic. All right. If you were ever thinking about getting a Reiff knife of any flavor, what are you waiting for? Go check one of these out. You can pick them up at Reiff Knives, obviously. Other places keep them. I think DLT. And then I do think, I know that the Knife Connection has now picked these up. They do have F5 Gen 2s in stock and F4s, I believe. So go check them out, and let's check out this edge here real quick. Let's just see. There's got a little bit of funk on there, and let's just take a simple piece of leather, give it a little stroppy, and see if we can get that thing to cut paper smooth again. There's nothing wrong with that edge, but I can physically see antler on there. So maybe we need something like more stropping. I don't know if that antler is gonna come off. Let's see. Nails without cutting myself. See if we can knock some of that antler crap off there. There we go. It's getting better. This, you know, and when Magnacut first came out, I was very hesitant to get on hype steel, but it's good stuff in my opinion, and it is extremely rust resistant. And yeah, I honestly couldn't be any more happy with a steel with a good heat treat from a good company, made in USA. Go check them out. Check them out at the Knife Connection. Check them out on the Reiff Knives website. Sorry for all the rambling. Thanks for watching.